Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is either part 10 of Miles Does Stuff or it's the continuation of part 9 depending on how quickly we wrap up the chapter. Because oh god, it's ringing, dude. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think they got stones in the plane. Oh, sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, I can't do a bit. The noise will drive me insane. So let's keep moving. But please make it a stop. Doesn't seem to be over here. Let's look somewhere else, sir. Okay, is it in the suitcase? I wonder if it might be inside this suitcase. I don't hear any sounds coming from inside, sir. I don't suppose the culprit would have been that dumb. The ringing is coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. I don't have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone. The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenario's. What? So she was a dummy after all. Unless you think she's been framed. That seems to happen a lot with you guys. Everyone's always getting framed. I don't know, it just kind of makes Gumshoe have a hard time suspending his disbelief. That everyone's always getting framed? So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenario's locker. What? But... Rhoda Tenario. I don't know anything about that phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest her right away. Objection! I have a theory. And this is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenario's locker at the same time. Objection! This is related to the key card, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof the killer did just that. Yeah, okay, well, we got no proof that you're even a real prosecutor, huh? Do you carry your badge on you at all times? Probably not. Okay, it's looking like we got enough meat on the bone to... Because it was like this weird feeling of like, it felt like the case could have ended right there where it's like, hey, the cell phone is like, you know, like it'd say it was in Chickadee's locker. Like if they wanted to end the case there, they could have, but it didn't quite feel like we were ready. Because but also it's like, what evidence hasn't been used? Like we've pretty much used everything, which is usually how you know you're getting pretty close to the end. Because I think we've presented everything at least one. Maybe not the travel wallet. I don't know if we've actually presented the travel wallet in anything, but... That is the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francesca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on it or in it. Hold it! What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. As long as I can tap my forehead, the case is still on. We have yet to figure out where the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. And this is going to be like a picture of Edgeworth. Oh shit! Never mind. Actually, the phone's not important. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. I mean, maybe. This must be the switch that opens the phone. think I've seen one of these before. Call them keyboards. When did they start putting keyboards like these into cell phones? Hey, this is one of those computer cell phones they started selling recently. I'm pretty sure that Strawberry Company's gonna go to the moon, as they say. Ain't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm putting what little money I make into them. Computer cell phones? Now see, you can, that's like you can fill in the blanks for yourself. On that joke, you can be like an optimist and assume Gumshoe's gonna invest in Apple. Or you can be a realist and assume that, of course, he's invested in BlackBerry, which, you know, probably won't end too well for him. It's got a computer in it, and it's a cell phone. Neat, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? All you need in a phone is the phone part, nothing more. I'm guessing yours can't even send that email, talk about inconvenient. Do you have a problem with what I do and do not care for, Detective? No, I mean, sir, as they say, simple is best. At least that's what they always told me in school. But, oh yeah, I always forget that I can't move this with the mouse. It's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francesca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Wow, you even had it color coordinated. Impressive. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in there for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. I mean, we have many hats, lady. Investigator, lawyer, comedian. Why can't we throw in phone repair? I'll find a way, don't you worry about that. Don't yawn, okay? You'll make me sleepy. May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francesco? What the hell is a data? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar. Okay, you fucking cut me off again and I will whip you. Looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. The phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible the photos are still in there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Francesca, your phone if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. One second, let me just add something to the speed dial real quick. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, the Aleph Red's nowhere in this pic, sir. This has no meaning as a piece of evidence in the murder case, right? Oh, she's right. Oh, if only he were here, he would have figured this case out by now. There's not much we can find out from this Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo we can use? Nothing is immediately jumping out at me. If I'm being honest. I mean, can I just click on stuff to look, or is if I click on it, is it going to be like I'm presenting something? It doesn't say like present or deduce. So I'm thinking maybe I can just click wherever I want. I can't tell if that's the boxes or the wire. What's all this? Hmm? Oh, they're cargo ship from Borgina to Zingvar. The reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off? Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borgian. It says, prostrate yourself before the music and then cut your grass before you Kamehameha the Metroid, aka Cloth. Cloth? Could it be? Is it where the killer ... What is with that scary face? Miss Meele? Yeah? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Huh? Maybe you should voice your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Borgian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what he's going for, but I'm guessing the cloth, because they're talking about cloth. I don't know. I'm actually like I don't really know what they want. Like, let me reverse engineer the logic, because I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, so there was cloth, and this was dropped off. So the cloth should not be in here. But the fact that the cloth was used means the murder would have happened before this stuff was dropped off, but I don't really know how that proves it's her.
Take that!
What's that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zingfa had cloth written on it. In Borgian, that is. And that is where the oh, I guess maybe you're gonna say, like, because she was able to read it? Okay, I can somewhat vibe with that. And that is where the killer grabbed a piece from the clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borgian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meele. That's pretty flimsy. I mean, it's a little flimsy, but it's not that flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borgian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? Ah, you know, I'm very indiscriminate. There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borgian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. And the bed sheets? I mean, that does make sense. Why didn't she open the bed sheets then? I mean, I guess because, you know, the... well, no, I feel like you... because, I mean, I guess the cloth is about to be dropped off, but...
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? What are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borgian cloth. Yeah, but like... do you have any explanation for that? Not really. The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs of the box where the sheets have been opened, but like wouldn't the Borgians notice when you dropped it off? They're like, hey, why is this box open? However, the Borgian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zingfa? That's right. That's why the Borgian cloth was used. But like, because see, I'm kind of the opposite opinion that like, I feel like you would want to not like rifle through the box that's about to be unloaded. Because they're going to be like, hey, there's something wrong with this shit. Because they're literally about to look at it. Whereas with the bed sheets, if it's not going to be dropped off for later, you have extra time to try and, you know, cover your tracks more or something like that. Because it's like, you know, the cloth boxes are literally about to be looked at like very soon. Whereas the bed sheets at least are, you know, at the end of the flight, so you got more time. And the only Borgian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision, like, I don't know, I don't really vibe with that logic, is you, Cammy Meele. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we'd have to do is contact the Zingfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. What do you say, Miss Meele, when I confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find from our investigation in Zingfa? Oh shit, she bubbling. The witch's brew bubbles over. He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. It's just like a damn roller coaster. Not too shabby for 12 hours worth of work, wouldn't you say, Mr. Gumshoe? We finished, or actually I don't know if it was 6 a.m. for the, I don't know if it's been like a day or not. I don't know how much longer was still left in the flight, but I'm assuming this is still technically the same day. I don't remember. I didn't jot it down like I was supposed to remember the exact day we started. Finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. Yeah, women do that a lot around me for some reason, Mr. Edgeworth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. As they say in my favorite show, Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I may not be here right now. Instead, I continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's the legendary limited condition chocolate chip bag. Suitcase. They're not chocolate chips. I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No. I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it'll serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve. Don't ever say that to me. Thank you, and I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Well, you know, I guess since we saw the murder ahead of time, we don't really need to preserve the crime scene, Mr. Edgeworth. You know? There's like still some articles on the crime scene that, I mean, we wouldn't want to just have them thrown away. Ain't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? There's some needy people who could use that evidence. And there are some folks who would greatly appreciate if a certain prosecutor were to close his eyes and count to 20. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francesca? Okay, so I guess it is still the same day. She's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always real busy, sir. She has a real job, unlike you. She's been flying from country to country to trace down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. I mean, can I use it instead, though? Francesca? I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. What? I have no such time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You're Francesca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing period, living her life on the name and fame for invincible father built. Well, he's kind of invincible nowadays. True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor, but you know what they say, people only remember your last case. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? Well, you know, there was a certain fella who defeated him. Plus, if he had to cheat all that times to begin with. The group on the trail was a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. There's another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents, has the highest successful arrest rate. 0% because nobody's ever been arrested by Interpol. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. Yeah, this country. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Oh, thank goodness. Finally rest easy. Now I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was happy to be able to work with you again. Oh, I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francesca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Like a piggyback ride, Mr. Edgeworth? Because you know I don't have a vehicle. Not even the one they give the police. Lost that after the incident. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francesca Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident, ... Stop with the dang ringing. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are... Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? I have no clue who that is. Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been... sun-napped. Ugh, not sun-napped. That's the end, by the way. Roll credits. I told you I'd finish the Let's Play before Valentine's Day. Okay, the kidnapped turnabout. I feel like it would be the turnabout kidnapping. Because usually it's always turnabout first. It should be the turnabout kidnapping. They 0 out of 10, the game sucks. Huh? Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa. Don't show me anything. It's the kidnapped turnabout? March 13th. And it's only been a few hours. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see, I checked the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone with no keyboard. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Welcome to Wonderland! Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you! I'm the Proto Badger! Nice to meet ya! My God. He has soulless eyes. I can't match his stare. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? No, not in my life, pal. Sorry, but I'm not interested. But that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano? Sounds like the kidnapper's using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? Well... No, I'm... something more. A prosecutor. Oh no, it's like... So it'd be like the only answer that's worse than yes to are you a cop? Then perish. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So, this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. What do you mean this one time? Yeah, like he doesn't always come through. Hey, it's frickin' dude guy. I remember you, vaguely. Edgeworth speaking. Ooh. I got an idea.
Next, you will come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. I've arrived.
Go inside. Creepy, isn't it? Oh, did you see how the suitcase is a different color?
What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go. Now.
Ugh. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. Especially not real good. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Look at him. Oh shit.
Oh, you're gonna get good. You're gonna get good. You are gonna be the murder victim in this case. Miles Edgeworth.
It was a trap! March 3rd. Wait. Were we at like... No, we were at like 10 a.m. Or wait, were we? Oh, we were at like 5. No. We were at 5 March 12th earlier. How long has it been? Oh. We don't get a timestamp anymore? Alright, fine. It's too far back. That guy. Betrayed! No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about?
What? Police. All right. In front of Meele.
I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again.
We're doing an escape room now in this bee. Ho ho ho!
Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like this now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I only assumed Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. By God, you know what they say about your ears when you get old? It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Yamano Group. But aside from that, I owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. Also, Edgeworth, you're working for a powerful corporation. You're still not beating the allegations, buddy. I don't know, you're kind of giving enemy of the people vibes. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. Wait, did I skip a line? No, I didn't. I mean, it sounds like you're also kind of like victim blaming the guy. You're just like, he has been kidnapped. I guess he's in his 20s, but something you never grow out of. So it's like what? Like, oh, he's like a rambunctious sort of guy, so of course he's getting kidnapped? Or are you talking about using the word kid, since he's not a child? I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow.
Was that you making that funny sound?
Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh. Is this when I get my supernatural sidekick? I've been really looking forward to getting my supernatural sidekick. Are you one of the kidnappers? Kidnapper? Me? No, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. Got the... Please, don't make Yatagarasu a child, please. Can I, like, be, like, their disciple? Please? I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. Are you a Power Ranger? Oh god, she is. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Great thief? Oh, good grief, more like. And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? My real name's Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay, Kay. Good, glad that's settled. She's Kay Faraday. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I am a prosecutor. I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? Rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can play it back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Alright, first things first. Don't surprise me like that! I can't believe you're just showing things, shoving things in my face! I mean, aren't there more pressing things you'd rather ask little old me? First, we gotta establish our credentials, alright? We gotta process. There's a point. I should probably find out more about Mysterious Saver first. Yeah, okay, whatever. Haunted House, Stadium, Wild Wild West, Wiki Yo, Wiki Yay, Main Gate. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me. I get it, you think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? I mean, it's not that I don't... I mean, I wish it weren't so, but I fully believe it. That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yup, pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from a predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? Sins of the father and whatnot. Can't try me in court for shit I ain't done. What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, he hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. I would be more on board if it's like, you know, this is actually going to be her first, like she's just now taking up the mantle, so she hasn't actually done anything yet. I would be more on board with the legendary great thief being a fucking 12-year-old. In that case. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Gosh, English is a funny language. Yup, the most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet. As the second Yatagarasu. Okay, see, okay, I'm already more on board with it. I was not aware thieves could pass down their titles like that, brother. What do you mean? That's like an extremely common thing. See, this is why you need to experience more literature, Edgeworth. More media instead of just, oh, I read law and Steel Samurai. Probably if you watch some Steel Samurai, you probably the same shit going on in there. That's culture. You know, they know what they're talking about, probably. But don't worry, I got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. Yeah, but you feed into the system, which is the cause of all the problems. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? That's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here. And can't we just climb up the way you came in? At least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. You ever told me your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Is this what right feels like all the time? Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. If only there was a great thief in our party. What? No way! I don't hear you, Lola! Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. You got arms for climbing. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Isolation room, which we will isolate from. First things first, look at the paint. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. Would you present your thesis on that? And what exactly do you have in mind? We could paint help in really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how would we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Well, you're prophesized to be a thief. I guess you haven't actually done anything yet, right? Let's try and find something. I didn't mean to click, but let's try and find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Yeah, I am kind of on board, you know, despite being initially critical of the, you know, actually they're a 12-year-old, haha. It being that she actually hasn't done anything, I'm more on board with, for sure. Because I kind of, like, as soon as you pop up, you know the characterization they're going to go for with her. And, like, if it had been, like, she's supposed to be a legendary thief, but is also, you know, ditzy as hell, it was going to bother me. There's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, wait, that's actually... I mean, that's what you would say. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this. The very first badger. An ally of justice who keeps the peace. A vile criminal with a gun! Note her unique pink bow. Yeah? What is this thing? Think of it's a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. Suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Do you have handcuffs on? Because she's like been kidnapped maybe? Or does she, you know... Is she crazy? She got to handcuff people, you know? I suppose this means this is where they keep all the costumes. Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Or maybe they're being cleaned. Aren't these Badgers the mascot of the police force? I heard the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all the cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff shaped... Oh, that's why I guess the handcuffs are there, because they're like police themed. This is... They're all narcs, man. They have a handcuff-shaped double looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy just in the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, I don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key or something. Kay's got a key. This is something that is relevant to my interest. This is the pink badger? Since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Gender normative. And her lips are red! Lipstick! Are you saying men can't wear lipstick? Kind of problematic of you, Kay. What? There's nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? This is that blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. You might call this Ugly Badger. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are you comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? This is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? You feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, Kay? I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. You must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's the outside of the thieves and thievery. You need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. It's the Blue Badger! I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. What the hell is that supposed to fucking mean? My nemesis! What in the... Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And I think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful, he's gonna arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. There's nothing unusual about this area, that's what you would think. I don't see anything else. But we got baited by that already, you know, in the last chapter. It didn't, like, you know, auto back me out or anything. Make me think like we're done. But I really don't see anything other than, you know, the fact that the costume's in there, but it says it's checkmarked already, so. Maybe the key is all we needed from that. I guess we'll go ahead and call it. Next time we will continue to team up with our sidekick. Oh boy. And see if we can escape from this room before the clock reaches 0. Am I right, Edgeworth? You follow me, buddy? Alright, goodbye.